Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any stormtrooper that's... What is the average... Paul Hardcastle in the song 19 tells us that the average age of a veteran in the Vietnam War was 19 on Earth. United States, Vietnam, this sort of thing. What is the average age of a stormtrooper? And importantly, TK8103, what's the average life expectancy of the stormtrooper?
The average age is 35, and the average life expectancy is 36.
Huh? One dangerous year out there.
It's a one-year tour of duty, folks. TK, do you think you can get me like an autograph by that guy who like works at the bar and says, "Hey, you know droids"? Because I've always kind of secretly admired him and thought
He's a citizen. I don't have anything to do with them, but I could look into it.
you could always strong-arm him. You know what I mean?
I actually have another related question for you. Since you, of course, have you know, a much more in-depth perspective on it than we, for lack of a better word, Earthlings do. How come Ben Kenobi doesn't recognize the two droids, C-3PO and R2-D2, which clearly had involvement with Anakin before, and whom, you know, he certainly would have known R2. How come he does not recognize them in Star Wars: A New Hope when he sees them? And importantly, how come Uncle Owen, who in fact lived in the same house with C-3PO for many years, does not recognize that droid when he in fact repurchases him in Star Wars: A New Hope?
Well, the Lars family, notorious idiots, living in the middle of the desert, speaks for itself. And Kenobi, I don't know what to say about him.
We know he might have an alcohol problem. He drinks in several of the times that I've seen him on the Star Wars movie. I mean,
Not only dumb enough to live in the middle of the desert, they actually dumb enough to try and farm water in the middle of the desert.
Water on a desert planet.
Doesn't make much sense.
It does speak for itself, doesn't it?
Although, if we're going to talk about dumb ideas, I was going to say this before. You know, I mean, if I could be blunt here, that second Death Star. You know, what was Palpatine smoking when he came up with that one? Because it's got a gaping like hole in the side of it. You know, big enough to fly, say, an entire fleet in and destroy the main reactor.
Indeed, he was overconfident at the time. The loss of the Death Star, the first Death Star, is a heavy loss for all of us.
Yeah.
True.
I am, in fact, spearheading a memorial drive to remember the victims of the terrorist attack on the Death Star.
Oh, and we'll ask you all about that in just a moment. I know it's a tough topic for you to think about.
Very personal.
And absolutely, I'm sure you lost quite a few people at the Battle of Yavin, or that's maybe the rebellion name for it. I'm not sure exactly what you guys call it. Probably something we can't repeat on the air.
I think they call it Beaver Dam Creek.
What's that?
I think the imperial name for it is the Battle of Beaver Dam Creek.
Not too sure about that one. Now, I know that you fight against the rebellion. Do you hate the rebellion?
I do.
Really?
Why rebel against the Empire? We are the power. We are the one. The galaxy would be in shambles without us.
Okay. Do you ever at least look at some of the Imperial crafts? I mean, I'm sorry, the rebellion crafts, such as the Y-Wing, the X-Wing, or whatnot, and think, well, that's pretty cool. I'd like to fly one of those.
The Y-Wing, in particular, is one of my favorites.
Me too.
Yeah.
Actually, it's
The B-Wing's kind of suffering, though, they're saying.
Or the B-Wing bomber. We would like to thank you, TK8103, and stick around. We're going to talk to you just a little bit more. Stay right there, but we do need to announce our Weymouth After Dark poll. There it is, TK8103. Do you go by any kind of nickname? Is there something that maybe your friends call you more affectionately?
Tiki.
Like the Tiki gods of Polynesia.
And is there a mispronunciation? Do sometimes people call you 8103 and you're saying no, it's 8103?
Absolutely, 8103. No deviation.
No deviation. Thank you again for... Oh, wow. We bonded. Thank you for being here.
Interstellar bond.
And Joseph as well. And TK8103. You best be careful there. That man has a blaster. I do not. I have a pen. It's supposed to be mightier than the sword, but I'm doubting it right now. In any case, we need to result...
I have a Remington 870 Wingmaster.